Hey guys, it's John C. Morley here. Great to be with you on Inspirations for Your Life. Welcome, 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 everyone. It is so great to be with you guys here on Inspirations for Your Life. We have a great master topic, as you guys know, for the week, but do check out my hat, believemeachieve.com, where my amazing, inspiring creations, guys. And so what I would ask you to do is check out believemeachieve.com for those great creations. And, I want to thank you, whether you're here at 9:50 p.m., 9:50 a.m., 3 a.m., 3 p.m., 6 a.m., 6 p.m. It doesn't really matter. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Our whole master topic of the week is what is anchoring. Now, we've been talking about anchoring and how it plays a part with neuro-linguistic programming, right? We've been getting pretty deep with that. Yesterday, we talked about how to create an anchor that is a touch anchor. Today, we're going to talk about how to create a sound anchor, and it's very similar. We've been giving you an understanding of what NLP is, how anchors work, and in doing so, it's like there is so much power, there is so much potential that we have, and I think that's an amazing, amazing thing. All right, so the first thing, ladies and gentlemen, is tonight's topic is how to anchor with a sound. So the reason that we use anchors, just to review, is that when we anchor, we can bring ourselves back to another state, a state that we were happy with, a memory, whatever it is. We can just bring ourselves into that state, whether it's abundance feeling, etc. Right? So we bring ourselves into that great state. So first thing you want to do is you want to enter. You want to basically enter the state you want to be in. Okay, enter the state that you want to be in. That is probably the most important thing that I can tell you. I can tell you that, this does take time. Okay. And when I say it takes time, it takes a lot of time because, you might not master this overnight, but you will get better and better at it the more that you work at it. So I think that's a very, very important thing. And you might be saying, hey, John, how does this work? How does it not work? And I think the best way is that it's about the fact that people, are doing things a certain way. And so, when we think about the fact that people are trying to get back into a certain state, right? They're trying. For whatever reason, they can't get back in the state. I mean, they're trying everything, anything and everything, right? They're just trying. And they can't get back in. So this is why anchors are amazingly incredible. All right. So thinking about anchors, right? So we're going to enter the state we want to be in. So let's say, I don't know, you want to have a peace state, right? So you can go ahead and feel the way you felt, see, hear, touch, taste, exactly as you were right in that moment when you were really calm. And I'm just using this as an example. You could use it for confidence. Remember, we created the confidence anchor like this yesterday. We created the money anchor like this. Remember, financial abundance. So we can do the same thing with a sound anchor. So this comes from, you probably know, Pavlov and the classical conditioning, right? When they rang the bell, right? The dog basically was salivating, but they did a little bit differently. They didn't have the dog think. They basically presented the meat, and then they rang the bell, salivating, took it away, then they did the bell. This is a little different. This is think about it in your mind, see, hear, touch, taste. And when you experience that moment, then all you're going to do is you're going to remember exactly how you felt. Now, after you remember how you felt, you're going to simply play a sound. It could be a chime, it could be a tone, something short. And so when your mind hears that, like it could be a tune or it could be a music tune, but you keep playing that, okay, while you're in that state for a few seconds, and then you stop it, and then you basically can smell popcorn, you can smell licorice, so that you can change the state. Okay, that is probably the most important thing. So you can change the state, right? And if you change the state, then you're able to do it again, and you're able to stack. So just to review how we do it again, you stop obviously you stop the sound, and then you smell something like I said, popcorn or something like that. So we start in the very beginning, and that starts out by entering the state. How did you feel? What did you see? What did you hear? What did you touch? What did you taste? What was that memory like? Feel that, okay, in your mind. Experience it again. And then remember it very detailed as much as you can. But remember it from all of your senses. See, hear, touch, taste, smell, right? And then choose a sound and play that sound. It could be music. Play that while you're in the height of that state. And then stop the music, right? The sound. It could be a bell ringing, and then smell something delicious. And it's going to break your state. It's going to break your state. I don't know about you, but I think that is something that is so incredibly amazing. But a lot of people just think that, you could do it once and it's going to work. Well, I have to tell you, it doesn't always work the first time that you do it. All right. So you've got to do it a couple times. Right. And so just to review how we did it again, just going to start from the beginning. So we're going to enter the state we want to be in, and it can be anything you want. But remember to see, hear, touch, taste, smell, and be in the environment that you were in at that present time. So we could do it for abundance. We could do it for feeling confident. We can do it for any state that we want to anchor with ourselves. And so when you hear this, exactly how it sounded, what it, the smells, the touch, you see, you can experience in your mind. Once you've got all that, now you're ready to go to the next step, which is to play a sound. It could be a bell, but it should be something that's consistent. It could be music. And then after a few seconds, you stop the music, you stop the sound. Then after you do that, most important thing, you play the sound, you stop the sound, and then you smell something delicious like popcorn or like licorice, right? So it's really easy to do. We're going to do it one more time. All right, guys. So we're going to start at the very beginning. We're going to be anchoring. So we're going to enter the state that you want to be in, right? And a lot of times you're in a state and you're like, oh my gosh, that was really amazing. I want to be like that every day, right? So it's a great way to enter into that mood, to that moment. And so remember how you felt at that moment. See, hear, touch, taste, smell. After you do that, you're going to go ahead and play a sound. Could be a bell, could be a chime, could be anything, could be music. And it can even be things, it could be a thing like, it could be any sound. It could be a clap, it could be applause, it could be, some snaps, it could be feet walking. So when you do this, then you'll stop the sound, then smell popcorn or smell something else so you can break the state. So maybe you're trying to be conscientious and you're trying to study. But you're in a place where every time you hear noise, it distracts you. Well, you can create an anchor, a sound anchor, that will actually, instead of annoying you, it will cause that sound to, allow you to drop into a learning state. I don't know about you, but I think this is pretty amazing. I think it's very, very powerful. And I think if you can just embrace the fact that we have so much potential, okay? I mean, we have a lot of potential in our lives. And so if we understand how this stuff works, right? If we just get how it works, then I think the most important thing, ladies and gentlemen, is that you are going to have a really, really big potential, right? And potentials are amazing, okay? But the thing about potentials is that sometimes they drop out for whatever reason. And you're like, oh my gosh, how do I get back to that state? How do I get back to that feeling? And then you're like trying to grasp at straws like, I don't know. Like I was feeling amazing. You ever gone to a concert? You feel so amazing at that concert. What happens when that music gets played again? You feel great, right? Not only does the music have an emotional charge on us, you actually created an anchor. So when you're at that concert and you're having such an amazing feeling from the music, it's reinforcing and it's creating an anchor on you. Then it stops. You play that song again at Billy Joel or whoever it is, and you immediately drop into that time warp of feeling amazingly good. But you don't always know like how or why it happens. So I'm here to tell you that it is something that you can do like really, really amazing. And I'm here to tell you that it's something that a lot of people don't quite understand. And the reason they don't understand it is because they don't realize that it's actually possible. They don't realize that it is actually possible. So I can tell you that anchoring is something that can give you the control of your life. So many people will fail at anchoring because they're going to do it wrong. Like they'll pick a sound that's too complicated. Maybe it has too many beats. And then it's played back, but then you really weren't at the heightened state. So the most important thing is, let's just review this. So how to set, basically we're going to talk about how to set a sound anchor. You're going to enter the state you want to be in. Remember a time or the place, what you see, heard, touch, taste, smell. Really feel what it was like to be in that environment at that given moment and that time. And so when you do that, you start to take on the feelings, the qualities of that particular time. That's it. And as that happens, ladies and gentlemen, it causes you, okay, to be in that state right now. Your body doesn't know whether you're actually in the state physically or not. That's why if athletes practice in their mind, they fire the same neurons and dendrites, whether they were actively exercising or whether they were mentally exercising, right? Because the body doesn't know the difference. So if we put our body in these states, we can have total power and total freedom, and we can be truly passionate creators. So we feel exactly as we feel. I mean, don't let any detail to drop. Play the sound. It could be a favorite song that you hear. So what I do a lot of times is when I have a song that's very meaningful to me, or maybe there was something I was in, like a production, I'll make a custom track of it for the 30 seconds or whatever it is for the iPhone, and I'll make that my ringtone. And it brings me back until that to that magic time where I was having that amazing feeling. So that's really, really cool. All right. And so you've also all done sound anchoring. You just don't know you do it. When you hear the cop car, right? You hear the siren. That is a audible anchor, right? That's a sound. And you created that sound anchor because when it happened, and you create all these emotions, all these feelings because of your worry and your fear, and then that built. So you could build a negative anchor too, which you don't want to do, by the way. So remember that when you choose to apply an anchor it to something that you want to repeat. Like I did this one here to be confident, right? I did this one here for a financial abundance. And I also did this one here for financial abundance, right? I could just hold my fingers and I feel exactly amazing. So I share these with you because if you truly embrace this concept, you're going to find that your life is going to change. I mean, like that. That's pretty powerful, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know who I am by now, but if you don't, I'm going to tell you. I'm Mr. John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It has been an amazing privilege, pleasure, and honor to be with you this fantastic September 12th, 2024, right here on Inspirations for Your Life. Do check out BelieveMeAchieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to catch you guys tomorrow for the wrap-up. That will be Series 3, Show 37, Episode 7. We're going to talk about the last type of anchoring, which is going to be visual anchoring. And then we're going to review the whole anchoring process. And we're going to make sure you understand it, how to use it, and give you some of the pitfalls and how to make sure you're doing it correctly. Remember to test the anchor too. So when you're all done, you make sure you test it, and it should immediately bring you into the state. If it doesn't work right away, don't fret. Just do it a couple times, stack it, and it will become more powerful. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening, and I'm going to catch you when? Tomorrow. Be well, everyone.